Welcome back, everyone. It's me, Allie, again on Postpartum Mom channel. So this channel is about all things related to kids and babies and parenting, specifically surrogacy, foster care, and adoption, all of which I've done before and I have experience in. So if that's something that you're interested in learning about, please continue to watch. This video will be about my 3rd month of pregnancy as a surrogate or as a gestational carrier. So far, everything is going fine. This past month, it was difficult in some ways because I had a lot of fatigue, a lot of, feeling tired and had a hard time making it through my workday. But actually now my energy is picking up. I'm able to exercise a little bit more. I'm walking around a lot more. I'm eating better because I'm realizing that there's just some things that just don't agree with my body. I had the ultrasound. The baby looks great. Looks like a little bean in there. And I just can't wait for the intended mother to get to meet her child at the end of this journey. She's so excited and I'm excited for her. So this is really something that's really going to benefit her and her family. And I just can't wait for them to have this wonderful, beautiful gift of a new baby in their lives. So this past month, not a bunch of changes. One of the things is I was able to stop my fertility medications. So I stopped estrogen and progesterone injections, which was a big celebration for me because if you know anything about surrogacy, we go through a lot medically. We do medical screening, psychological screening. We do lab draws, multiple lab draws. We do several ultrasounds. They do all kind of testing to make sure that we are fit to have an embryo in our uterus. And then after that, we have to do betas where they draw lab levels to see if the baby's growing as expected. You do other levels, progesterone, estrogen levels. And then you get transferred over to an OB and they do the whole thing again. They do STD screening. They do, CBC, BMP, all of the workup because this is a whole new doctor. So they haven't really met you yet. So it's a lot. You get pricked a lot. I got pricked yesterday or the day before. I'm just like, oh, my poor arm is tired of getting pricked. But overall, it's rewarding because you know why you're doing it and who you're doing it for. So it's always worth it. And so for this month, I just wanted to let you know what my big goal is. So now that I'm getting to the end of first trimester and I've stopped with my medications, I am focusing on eating really nutrient dense food because I don't want to overgain weight this time. I did with my last 2 pregnancies. With my son, my eldest son, I was fine. I think I went up to 178 and went right back down to 142. Well, I started my second pregnancy, which was a surrogacy at like 166 or something, and went up to 207 pounds. Oh my goodness, right? And then I got back down to 160s. I wasn't happy with how I looked. I tried to go to a doctor to try to get them to prescribe something for me, like phentermine. I'm sorry. And they referred me to another doctor because they said, oh my goodness, like she has body image issues, but they didn't realize that I was not used to being at that weight. Even the way I look right now, you might think, okay, she looks like she's at a normal weight, but I'm very much overweight compared to how I used to be because I used to be an athlete. So for you might say, oh, she looks fine. But for me, I can feel the difference in my energy and in the way that I carry my weight, right? It's like having an extra 20-pound dumbbell with you all day long. I feel that. My foot bottom, I can feel, I'm very aware of my body. So I can feel the differences in my weight. And it doesn't feel comfortable. And the thing is that despite exercising, despite eating better, it just wasn't, I couldn't kick that weight. And so I got a nutritionist. He helped out. He helped me to create reasonable goals. I got down to like 148, 150. I was okay with that. Then I got pregnant again. And when I got pregnant, of course, you don't diet. You just, try to eat well. But there was a lot of stress in my environment. So again, by the time I got pregnant, I was like maybe 156. And I went all the way up to, I want to say like 202. Yeah, about 202. Then I went back down. I think I went down to 160s again, right? And again, my weight would fluctuate anywhere between 150 to 160, but it never returned back down to 138 to 142, which is where I feel best. I don't feel good at 132. I feel good at right about 138, 137 is when I look good. I look muscular. I feel really good. And I feel light. I feel good. But the thing is, during those periods of time, I was playing co-ed soccer. So I'd play with African and ethnic, different ethnic groups at the park right down the street from where I live now. And, you play a soccer game. That's a 90-minute game. And then sometimes I would take my kids with me and we would play pickup games. I would play pickup games. They would just play with the other kids in the corner with their soccer ball. But you're talking about an hour, sometimes 2 hours of soccer I would play. So I would sweat that out, And when I was in high school, I used to do soccer several times a week. But then when I come to think about it now, I used to be on 2, sometimes 3 teams at the same time, right? So, and I would travel and sometimes do multiple games in one day. So, my life has changed a lot. And, I have to accept that. I'm not going to be working out 2 hours every day. That's just not going to happen. I would like to get up to 60 to 90 minutes a day. And that's why I did the 90 hard challenge or 75 hard. I started it before I became a surrogate, but now I'm a surrogate. I'm not going to do that. There's no way I'm going to be exercising 45 minutes in the morning and 45 minutes in the evening. I'm pregnant, and sometimes I just don't have that energy. I just don't have it, and I have to listen to my body. And so in listening to my body, I decided not to ask the doctor's office to reveal my weight to me. So I told you I'm keeping track of my weight, but mostly going off of how I look and how I feel and whether or not I'm exercising every day and whether I'm eating properly. So right now, my new goal for this second trimester is not just to eat protein and veggies and avoid heavy carbs. This month, through the next 2 to 3 months, is going to be eat a huge salad for lunch every day. And I'm going to have to invest in that because they have like little salads, but I don't really like them at work. So I will buy a Cobb salad every day for lunch, or whatever variety of salad. Sometimes a spinach salad, Cobb salad, whatever type of salad. But I want to have salad for lunch every day with a protein on it. So Cobb has like eggs and chicken on it. And I might add avocado. So it's going to be like a $9 to $10 investment, but I think it's going to be a good investment because it's going to be lower in calorie, super high in vegetable, good on protein, a good balanced meal, and it'll keep me feeling light and not bloated because I was eating cooked meals at work, and they weren't necessarily junky, but they were probably high sodium, they were probably processed, they were probably, they have all kind of sauces which adds sodium and sugar and all that type of stuff, and then the vegetables were cooked, so I wasn't really sure I was getting all the nutrients that I wanted. I want to eat more raw vegetables and fruit. So that's one thing. I asked them not to show me my weight. The first time they weighed me, I saw my weight, which was 168. I wasn't too upset about that because I expected to gain 10 to 15 pounds because of medications during this journey. So I took birth control pills. Then they took me off of that. At one point, my period stopped. Then I was on Lupron. I was on estrogen, patches, and pills, and I was on progesterone. And I know for a fact I had med bloat because my stomach was huge. I looked like I was 6 months pregnant, and many of the surrogates in my Facebook group felt the same way. So I expected to be like 175, maybe even 180 when I was first weighed. So I was like, oh. And I wouldn't be surprised if by now my weight has like gone down a few pounds because I feel like I'm lighter. But I don't want to know. At the end of the day, I really don't want to know because my goal is, I looked at my BMI. I'm supposed to gain between 15 and 25 pounds because I was overweight before I started this pregnancy. So that's my goal, is to hit about 20 pounds to 25 pounds. 15 would be wonderful, but like I said, 20 to 25 pounds from 168. So maybe like 187 to 190 max. And then, I'll be able to do what I need to do after the pregnancy, but I don't want to hit 200 again or anywhere close to that. That's my goal. And like I said, I'm not dieting. I eat what I want for the most part, but I'm not going out for ice cream every week. I'm not going out for pizza every week. I try to give myself one day a month to have each of my favorite foods. So like I'll do pizza for 1 month. And if I say to myself, well, I've already had pizza in February, I try not to eat it again that month. I try to wait till the next month. If I want ice cream, I'll eat it. But I say, let's try not to eat it again till the next month. And I put it in my Google Calendar. I had ice cream or Ben & Jerry's or whatever it is that I ate. Cold Stone. Cold Stone is really good. I try not to eat it again that same month. And I do have seafood Sundays. So I eat seafood on Sundays, crab and lobster. And I also have fast food Fridays. So usually I try to eat healthy even on fast food Friday. I'll get like Cuban, a bowl with rice and beans and chicken and plantains with some pico de gallo. It's not going to be a bunch of Cheetos and like junk food and pizza or something like that. I try to make it a well-balanced thing, or I'll go out to Bole. But fast food Fridays is mainly to save me money from eating out every day, because my past pregnancies, I would go to Bole or Chipotle every day. I'd be eating out because I just didn't feel like cooking. So now I'm really forcing myself to go through my pantry. And this is helpful because I keep adding more and more food to my pantries and not just using everything I have. So now it's not the most exciting meal plan, but my kitchen is what I shop in basically in the evening. I go in there. If I have lentils and I have rice, that's what we're eating. It might be a vegetarian meal. If I have, the only thing I will go out and buy is produce. I'll go out and buy salad and fruits and vegetables and things like that. I'm trying to keep my kids away from like all the processed foods, and I realize they behave better when they're not on those type of foods, because 2 of my kids are asthmatic. One of them has ADHD. So it's not like the asthmatic children can't eat sugar, but because the one with ADHD does better off sugar, we all just stay off sugar, right? It's just easier that way. And the ones who are asthmatic, they have like different allergies and things like that. So we all just stay away from those things. So anyway, long story short, I've been watching videos on how to avoid excessive weight gain, because that's not good for the baby. And I want to make sure that I don't have any risk of developing gestational diabetes, or any other type of complication that could result from me gaining excess weight. So right now, for this second trimester, my goal is not to lose any weight. I just want to keep on track, because the placenta, the amniotic fluid and all that, that's going to cause weight gain. It's going to cause that. But if I can eat a large salad for lunch every day and just invest the $10 or whatever, I think that I can keep my weight stable. Because for breakfast, I usually have a grain and some eggs or protein. And for dinner, I usually have something small, because I get nauseous at night if I don't take my Phenergan or a nausea medication. So I prefer to have a small dinner now, because if it's too large, I can't stay awake to finish my work or to get the kids to bed or to do whatever. So it's just better that I just keep it small and light. And I usually eat around 5 before I even get the kids from school. And I might drink all evening, have some tea before bed, something small like a little snack, a few crackers or something, and then stay away from food the rest of the evening. And then just eat earlier in the morning. So that's my plan for this upcoming trimester. And maybe at the end of the trimester, if you all really want me to, I'll get a weigh-in at the end if you really want me to. But I really just don't feel like I need to know what my weight is if I feel like I'm eating well. As long as the baby's growing, the baby's fine, and I'm not restricting myself or doing anything extreme, then I'm not going to obsess over the scale. I'm just going to keep exercising every day. I'm going to try to increase my exercise time to 45 minutes and try to, increase the intensity just a little bit. Dancing is good, but of course it's not as as intense as maybe running or doing something a little bit more active and more diverse or dynamic. But I feel great. I feel like I look okay. I said in my last video that I was going to show you my belly bump, so I will. And I know that most of you will say, well, at 13, 14 weeks, you don't have a belly bump. But for me, I do, because I also have a hernia, and I'll show you that. And I also have Diastasis Recti. So I will show you what that looks like. So you can kind of tell I've got a belly, and if you see from the side, well, here's my belly. I have a hernia. Sorry if I'm showing too much, but I have a hernia. You can kind of tell. See that? And I'm already getting the line. Isn't that cool? And let me see if I can make it happen. If I go like this, I'll show you how that cones. This is what diastasis recti looks like. When you're crunching up or something and your abs are open and there's a big bulge, right? That's what it looks like. And I'm going to have to get that surgically repaired when I am done with this pregnancy, because this will likely be my last one. So there's my bump at going into the second trimester now. So it's big, but it was bigger. It was bigger a few weeks ago, believe it or not, with med bloat. So yeah, my arms don't really look as toned as they could look, and there's all these other body things that I wish could be improved, but those things can be improved after the pregnancy. And so now I'm just going to enjoy this. I'm going to just ride it out, keep myself healthy, keep active, keep moving. Hope I don't gain more than the recommended 25. If I can stay closer to 15, that would be wonderful. But yeah, all that matters is the baby and getting this beautiful gift to his parent, his mom. And then after that, I'll worry about all the other kinks, and I'll be going to get surgery done, to get a mommy makeover done. And probably you guys can probably go with me on that too. I'll probably video record that and take you through that journey too. All the things that I want to get repaired after this fertility season of mine, after this period of having children. So all right, hope you all are enjoying the weather. I know I am out here in sunny Gainesville. And if you have any questions, or if there's anything I can answer for you or help you with, please comment down below. I would love to answer any questions that you have. Have a great day.